Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Toni and I'm a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. So today I'm talking all about my top favorite gifts of all times that my kids have received either from me or from someone else. We're talking quality and things that have lasted and they've really enjoyed that are not just junky toys. So we're gonna talk all about what my favorites are. If you are scouring the internet for ideas for your kids for Christmas, keep watching this video because I've got some amazing gifts that we have gotten and absolutely loved. I'm not gonna be going necessarily in age order. I'm just talking about my favorite gifts. So we're not talking about boys versus girls or, you know, different ages. These are just gifts that I love. And I'm just telling you in order of things that popped up in my head that I wanna share with you. So the first thing I got for my son, who is 6 years old, I got it for him last Christmas. And I will say everyone in the family has enjoyed them, even me and my husband. They're awesome. I would be tempted to say that you have most likely heard of these, but I had never heard of these until last Christmas. Magnatiles. You guys know Magnatiles? Okay, listen, these are the coolest things. So we went to a friend's house last Christmas and my son needed something to play with. And these friends pulled out these Magnatiles and I'm like, what are those? And these are so cool because they just obviously are little magnets. They're little plastic pieces and you can build and build. There's all kinds of shapes. So there's these sometimes like windows. This I don't think is the Magnatiles brand. I will link this one that I got in the description box below. They have all kinds of different brands. I think the actual Magnatiles brand is pretty expensive. It was like close to $100. I found one last Christmas that I will link down there that was only like about $50. And these are so cool. I actually, anytime I can find these on sale, I would like to keep building up our collection. They're just so fun. My son builds garages for his car and they build towers and my girls have enjoyed building these. The cool thing is these can play with any toy. Like I said, he uses cars in here. In our Magnatiles, I just keep them in this cute metal bucket that I have. We've got little Peppa Pig people that can go in and out. It can work with any toys. They're amazing. I love them. So this is one of those, I'm a thrifty mom and I usually don't spend a lot on stuff, but this is something that was totally worth the $50 price and it's so easy to clean up. They just go together like this and you dump them in the box and it's awesome. For some reason, I think because they're magnetic, they tend to be easier to clean up and set up and I just love them. So get yourself some Magnatiles. The second thing that I'm gonna talk about is something that every kid loves. Every kid loves stickers, right? Moms don't want stickers all over the wall and all over the van and all over their bed and stuff like that. So these that I'm gonna show you are amazing because your kids can play with stickers just like they love to. They only stick to these reusable papers. So we have a ton of these, so I keep them in this box here, but they come in little books. It's a Melissa and Doug sticker scenes and we have so many. My kids' aunts love to give these to them, but they're all these scenes. So they've got farm scenes, we've got construction scenes, there's princess scenes, there's I don't know, like emergency vehicles, all this stuff. I'm sure there's a ton, but these are just ones we've had. And so it's really nice, durable stickers and you can move them on and off the different scenes and it's just so fun. It's kind of just an open-ended, they can play forever. We just packed all of these up the other last week when we were getting ready to go out of town and all of my kids were playing them and they're just so fun. Here's one of the like construction scenes. So we've got like a dump truck, you've got little guys. It is just so fun and it's just an easy thing that you can take to go, take it in you know, in the car, play it during school. If you're a homeschool mom, they're so fun. So here's a princess scene. So they come in these books. They have all the stickers are on pages like this. And then the scenes are blank and are in like the front of the book. So ours always ended up getting torn out. So we just found that it was easier to just put it in here together. So like here's a railroad track scene. My son loves these and all these come off. So all these trains can be moved and it's just such a fun imagination thing. Oh, there's jungle. We have like a jungle scene. All these, look how nice those stickers are. They're just really cool. So I have so many different scenes in here, but we just love them. This is, you know, I don't know, camping. Yeah, it's like a tent and stuff. Dinosaurs, seriously, they have everything. These are on Amazon. It's Melissa and Doug is the brand, so you know it's going to be good quality. Their stuff sometimes can be a little higher priced, but it's always worth it. I've never gotten anything from Melissa and Doug that has fallen apart or anything like that. Their stuff is good. So I really love these. This is definitely number 2 for pretty much any age. So the next 2 things I'm going to talk about are for your little budding artist. We all probably have at least one in our family, and I think it just really encourages their imagination when they can have their very own little art kit. This is from Hobby Lobby. I love Hobby Lobby. You've probably heard of me talk about it in some of my videos before. And these art kits, they're usually on sale, or they'll have like a buy one, get one 50% or whatever. They always have sales running. I got this one for my daughter recently for her birthday, so it's like still looks brand new. This is one of the acrylic paint set. So it's got all these, so many different colors. It comes with the paint brushes. This had a pencil set in there that she took out, so it's not in here right now. We've got an eraser and a sharpener, but it's such a nice little case. It doesn't take up a lot of space, but it's got everything that she needs for this. But they have like charcoal drawing sets. They have other different kinds of paints, probably like a watercolor paint. It took me a while to decide what was going to be best for her, but she's really into painting, and she loves having her own little paint set. I got her a cute little bag to keep it in. And on top of that, this is my next gift that I love from Hobby Lobby. I really think they have the best deal on canvases. And if you have a budding artist, you need to check out the canvases at Hobby Lobby. They're kind of like a value deal anyway, so you can't ever use the coupons on them and stuff like that, but they're so cheap anyway. So it depends on what size you get. The nice thing is it's a whole pack and they're wrapped together, and then each one is individually packaged like this also. But when I gave her this with an art set and a little art bag, she was so excited. It just, I think it really encourages, like, I can be a real artist, not just like, oh, I'm drawing on scrap paper, you know, that we have in the computer room or whatever. If you get them a big pack, then they can be creative. You just get them one canvas, and that's kind of daunting. Like, I've got one. If I mess up, I'm out of luck. You get them a bunch, and they can do a practice one and really get used to it, and then they can keep doing them over and over. They have different sizes. This, I think I got more. I don't remember how many was in this set. I'll link the set, but I got the smaller ones so that I could get more canvases. The bigger you go, the less canvases you get, but they're all, I don't know, they're like $12.99 or something for a whole set of these, but they're great. I definitely love those from Hobby Lobby, and that would be a really cute gift set to give together, to give the art set with the canvases. So if you have a budding artist, or you want to encourage one to become a budding artist, that is an amazing gift. So the next thing that I would recommend, if you have girls, one of the best gifts I've gotten them of all times is the Target brand American Girls. Now, my girls do not take great care of their hair, so most of the girls are a little bit of a disaster, but they play with them all the time. So I know these are not amazing quality. I've never had a true American Girl doll, but I've heard that the American Girl actual dolls, and they're a lot easier to take care of. But if you are not gonna spend $100 on a doll, then this is the way to go. We have gotten the Walmart brand ones, and we've gotten the Target brand ones. The Target ones totally went out. The Walmart ones don't bend as well. They don't sit as well. My girls do not enjoy playing with them quite as well. They're all cute, but this is one of the Target, it's Our Generation is the brand, but they're cute little 18-inch dolls, and they work. They're so cute. We have so many of them. The first year I got one, each of my girls got one that looked like them. So it's so nice that you can customize the doll to have the hair and the eyes. Super fun. The next gift that I'm going to talk about is for the baker in your family. If you have a kid that loves to bake, I think one of the best gifts I ever gave my daughter was this baking set. I got this baking set from Pioneer Woman. Now, she changes the pattern every single year pretty much, or just it's a little bit different of what's offered in the set. But every single Black Friday, I have seen this baking set for sale, and it's such a good deal. I don't remember, it was like $20 or something, but you get like a cutting board. She gets her own real chopping knife. There was a tiny little like paring knife, a little mixing bowl, measuring cups, and measuring spoons. Pretty much everything that you would need as to start out as a baker and to have it as your own set. So when I first got this for her, I actually rearranged my shelves. So I had all of my stuff in one shelf, and then the shelf below is where I put all of her Pioneer Woman baking stuff. And it really encouraged her to bake like a ton. She loved using her own stuff. And it's like with that art set, you give them something that's theirs, and it can really encourage that excitement for that hobby, and it can be really fun. So that was a super fun gift. Even though you might look at that and think, oh, I should get that for my sister-in-law or somebody, an adult. No, get it for your kid. If you can trust them with a knife, totally get them this gift, because I thought that was amazing. So the next thing that I want to share with you guys is called a Boogie board. Have you guys ever heard of these before? You get a whole little kit. This was also from one of my kids' aunts, and it was such a fun gift. I know most kids have phones and tablets and things like that. My kids don't have phones, and we want to stay away from that. This usually, I don't have the pen, but this comes with a pen. It comes with all of these little pieces that can make shapes and stuff. It's got all of these little things that slide in here to help you. Let's see. It slides inside of here, and then you can draw on it. You can probably use any, you draw on it like that. And then if you want to erase it, you push the button. But you can make different shapes. They have like a hangman. They've got things like this where you can draw the butterfly. So on this side, then you'd use your little pen and draw your butterfly, and it teaches them how to do that. And then you just erase it if you mess up or when you're done. It's so fun. All these little papers that come with it. And it's got, I know, like tic-tac-toe. This is a fun thing for if you need your kids to be quiet for certain things. This was such a cool thing for Sunday night church for us, because our kids sit in with us on Sunday night. And it was so nice for them to have something like this to keep them quiet. If you don't want to put any of the things in here, you can just use these to make little shapes or to draw with them or whatever. But I love that it is just an easy, quick clearing thing. And it all comes in a little case, and ideally your kids would put everything back in here again and then clip it closed and know where it is. The pen is missing right now, but each of my kids were given one of these, and it was so fun. They have different designs, so they each had a different one. This is super fun, so I will link this below too. All the things that I've talked about today, if I can link them below, I will link them in the description box below, that you can just click on Amazon and order it if you want to. I know this is one of those crazy years where not everybody can get out and shop, so I'm just trying to help you guys come up with some good ideas. The next thing is also one of those where I really want to try to get my kids away from media as much as possible. When we moved into this house, we didn't have a finished basement, and I was kind of like, oh, that's a bummer. Do you know what the kids said? Oh my goodness, we can ride our scooters and stuff in the basement. And I was like, okay, well, and our basement's still not finished. But guess what? We found the coolest roller skates. Now, our kids have rollerblades too, but for some reason, they thought roller skates, especially the fancy, amazing, fun prints, they thought they were so cool. They use these in the basement all the time. They keep these in the basement. Each of the girls has a fun pair. It is so fun. Get them a fun pair of roller skates. The cool thing about these, this is Circle Society is this brand. These are adjustable, so you can push this button in. It has like 2 or 3 sizes, so it's nice that it can grow with your kid. So it is not a huge investment, because they can use them for quite a few years. Super fun. Try to get them stuff like that. They can get them away from the electronics and get some energy going. Maybe they'll sleep better at night, I love the roller skates. I wish I could roller skate. I am not good at roller skating, but the kids are. Most kids can do it. So that is a super fun gift. So the next thing that I'm going to share is kind of along the same lines as American Girl. This is a new doll that we recently discovered. My 8-year-old loves these. These are from Kohl's, I think, and they are such pretty little dolls. They're quite a bit smaller than the American Girl. The American Girl's an 18-inch doll. I'm not sure how big this is, but she has 2 of these. A couple of her little friends have glitter girls, and whenever they get together to play, she would always borrow them. So one of the girls got her one, and she was so excited and loved it. And then we ended up getting one for her birthday too. So now she's got 2, but they're beautiful. They have such nice shiny hair. They're just so pretty. So these are really fun. If you have a younger girl that maybe the American Girls are kind of too big to play with, these are just a sweet little size to be able to, put in her arm, you know, and hold her. Just for some reason, this is more, seems like more of an appeal for the younger girls. My 8-year-old also loves the American Girl dolls, but since she's gotten these, she tends to play with these a whole lot more than she does with the American Girls. This is just another cute option. These are not very expensive, super cute dolls, so I love the glitter girls. So another thing that I would recommend is a doctor kit. Most kids love playing doctor. My kids, my 2 little ones especially, love playing doctor. I got each of them a doctor kit just like this, and they just love it. I think it really helps if you have a couple kids that are gonna wanna play together, get them each their own doctor kit, because for some reason, I don't know, they don't want to be the patient for very long. They want to be the doctor, so they could work on stuffed animals, or they could work on the little glitter girls or something like that. But I love the doctor kit. Super easy, cute idea, great idea for boys or girls or anybody. This next one is something that probably everyone would recommend as a gift. Lego sets or Legos. Legos are so fun. We, having 3 girls, we did have a little bit of a time where my daughter was into Legos, but not as much as like my nephews. They loved Legos and were always asking for Lego sets. And man, those Lego sets are expensive, but that was what they wanted. They always wanted Lego sets. My girls weren't into it as much until they discovered that American Girl has Lego sets, and they are so cute. So we have a few of these. Super fun for them to put together. They love following the directions and putting the whole thing together and then putting it up on display and playing with the little Lego pieces, the little Lego girls and stuff. So I really do like the American Girl Lego sets. I have no experience with the Star Wars ones or really a lot of the boy ones, but I'm sure those are good too. But I love these American Girl Lego sets. If you have girls, they're awesome. And really just getting a box of just, 400 pieces of random Legos, because they can build anything. But I love the colors of the American Girl ones. They're just really fun and pretty. I love those. That's one I don't think anybody would be upset to get for Christmas. So real quick, I'm just gonna share with you 5 of our favorite games. We love games. I have so many games in my house. It is ridiculous, but we love games. So I'm just gonna share with you a couple that are super fun go-to games that you may not have heard of before, because yes, there's stuff like Uno and there's games like that everybody probably has, Monopoly, stuff like that. These are really fun and different. So the first one is called Jumanji Fluxx. There is a Fluxx game that I think there's like a ton of different versions of it. Jumanji Fluxx is the game that my daughter has. We love Jumanji, super fun movie, and we have the Jumanji game, but Jumanji Fluxx is really fun. Basically, the rules change throughout the game. It's this kind of fast-paced card game. My 3 girls just sat down and played it in the living room last night, and they just lay out the cards and they keep passing their hand until all of a sudden somebody says, I don't know what they say, I won or whatever. And then that person won. But it's a fast-paced, rule-changing game, which at first I thought, what? That sounds crazy. But they love it. It is so fun. So Jumanji Fluxx is really awesome. Another one that I love, this is probably my favorite game of all times, is Dutch Blitz. These are pretty expensive for just cards, but it is the most fun game. We always play it on vacation. When we have some friends that we go on vacation with, we will play for hours. I love it. I almost always lose. But it's one of those games that even though I lose, I still have fun. Like there's games that when I lose, I'm like, I'm not playing this anymore. This is so dumb. But this is such a fun game, and I always feel like I'm gonna win that one time. I think I might have won a round once, but I've never won the whole game. But it is so fun, and it's a very fast-paced game. You've really got to pay attention. It's one of those that if the adults are playing and a kid needs a drink, the kid's gonna wait. Or if a kid has an emergency, they're still probably gonna wait until the round is over because it is so fast. Super fun. I love Dutch Blitz. Another one that I got last year for Christmas is Ticket to Ride. This is another more expensive game, but I love this game. It is, I guess it's a little bit time consuming. It's not a game you're gonna play in 10 minutes. Your family's gonna sit around the table. It's one that I would not recommend playing when the toddlers or a kid that likes to mess up the games are awake. We always waited until my son was in bed and we would play then, because all he has to do is move the board and then everything's messed up, because you set all these trains up as you go, and you've got to really think about where things are and how you're gonna get to your destination, and it's super fun. And it's also teaching geography. We have the Ticket to Ride Europe version, but I know there's like different countries and things like that. I'm not sure what else there is. I think there's the US, and then I don't know what the other ones are, but I know they have different versions of them. It's really fun, and they're learning as they go. And there have been times where we've talked in school about Amsterdam, and the kids are like, oh, I remember that from Ticket to Ride. So it's super fun. So the last game that I'm going to talk about is Blockus. If you have not played Blockus, you are missing out. This game is so fun. This is one of those games that your intention is to block people. You can do it in a really mean way, and then it's kind of annoying. My brother and my husband love to try to block me right away, and then you're out of the game, and it's really annoying. I can be a little crazy when it comes to games. I like to win. And this is one of those games that you got to get your strategy in. You put these little pieces on, and you've got to get as much area covered with your pieces as you can without being blocked by somebody else. And it is so fun. And then you count up the pieces at the end. It is super, super fun. There have been times where I've been annoyed when my husband thinks it's hilarious to just try to block me in right in the beginning. And then we have issues because I don't want to talk to him for the rest of the night. But if your teammates are going to play nice, it is such a fun game. Or if you're not a poor sport like me, you would have fun either way. But I love this game. Blockus is awesome. Super, super fun. And the little kids, big kids, grown-ups, everybody can enjoy this game. It is really, really fun. Love it. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about, it's not a game. It's not really a toy. It is a swing. Okay, this thing is so cool. We found this swing at a surplus store recently, and if I can remember the brand, if I can figure out what the brand is, I will link that also in the description box below. This thing is so cool to have in our basement. Like I said, we have an unfinished basement. I would love to do the whole like American Ninja Warrior setup in the basement, but getting this swing is so fun. It's nice and big, so it can fit an adult. It can fit 2 kids because it's nice and big. And we've got it actually facing the TV. They don't always watch it TV while they're playing it, but it is such a fun thing to have in the basement. Go sit on the swing. It's nice and sturdy. It's really good solid wood, and it's cute, and I just love it. I'm so glad we put it in the basement rather than putting it outside because they play with it all year long. So stuff like that, get indoor toys or activity things to just keep them busy indoors. Like I said, if we have kids on the swing and on the roller skates and on the scooter all in the basement, even if it's a rainy day, how fun is that? And they're not just sitting there glued to the TV. So I love having this indoor swing. It's so awesome. We have had so many other gifts over the years that we probably love. These are my top favorites. These are good quality, really open-ended gifts that you can give your kids, that you can give your nieces and nephews. It just gives you a wide range. Boys, girls, young, old, anybody. We have really enjoyed all of these gifts as a family, and I hope you guys enjoy this. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, to make sure you subscribe and you click that notification bell so you're notified every time one of my videos comes out. So thanks so much for watching. Happy shopping. I'll see you next time. Bye.